All of you, welcome back to your first ever advanced ERC20 token creator tab, in which you're going to allow user to mint their token on any blockchain. And when they will mint, you're going to make commission. You multiple feature in their token like standard system, mutable, burnable, or having the full feature of the ERC20 token. So let me give a complete walkthrough that what are the feature and functionality we have included in this particular project and how you're going to make money by launching this particular application. So this is the beautiful landing page we have built for this particular application, where we are providing all the details that what are the feature we're giving to our user. So very first section we have is the header section. We have the logo and we have the text, which you can easily able to customize. We have the menu. You can click and you can go to different part of our landing page. We have a connect to wallet option, so you can click and you can connect to your wallet. The next section we have is the hero section, where you can able to provide the details about your project, that what are the options you are providing. So user can able to create their token in minute for multiple blockchain. They will have an option to select standard token, mutable, burnable, and full feature. That's all I'm going to explain you, that how user can create the token in multiple blockchain. So that's the hero section we have. The next section we have is the blockchain support. So you can add multiple blockchain support, but as of now, I'm going with this one. It will support Ethereum, Polygon, Binance, and other test network as well. That's the support network section. The next one we have is the feature. We are providing all of this feature in our smart contract, so the user can utilize it for deploying and creating the token. Thing we are highlighting that they don't need to write any single piece of code for launching their token. All they can do, connect the wallet, and they can give the details about the token, and they can launch. The smart contract we have used is well audited, instant deployment, multi-network support, role-based access, and community. So you can add all of this based on your business logic. So the next one we have is the choose the perfect type of token. That what kind of token you want. You want to have a standard, mutable, burnable, and all feature you want to include in your token. So you can provide all of these details. And here we have how it's worked. They can choose the type, they can customize, they can select the network, and they can deploy. The next one we have is the testimonial section, where we're displaying the details about our project. So you can simply highlight all the review which you got. And here we have the pricing section. So I'm charging this much money when the user will create the token, no matter which network they will create. You can simply set a different pricing for different network, but I'm going with this overall pricing for all the network. So you can highlight all of that. Here we have the FAQ section, where we are displaying the details about our project, and we have the call to action, and we have the footer. So it's a nice application we have. Every single thing is looking absolutely amazing. Now let's connect the wallet. So if I click here, connect wallet is going to give me this particular option. I can select wallet connect, Rainbow, Coinbase, or MetaMask. So I already have MetaMask installed in my browser. So I'll simply click MetaMask, and I have to give my click on this connect, and I'm connected successfully, and I will be redirected to the dashboard. So this is how the dashboard would look like. We have a beautiful interface. The very first section we have our sidebar. From there we can able to go to different section in our application. We have a toggle menu. We can click and we can toggle between the collapsible sidebar and open. We have our header section. From there we can able to see our logo and the image, and here we have the available network. So you can simply click here, and right now you will find these options. So user can simply connect their wallet to any particular of this network, and they can create their token. Right now I have deployed the contract, and all the testing which I'm going to do, I have deployed the contract on Sofali, Hostly, and Polygon MY. But you can do the same thing on mainnet. All you have to do is to simply deploy the contract and provide the address, which I will show you. So we have multiple network options. So you can simply provide, user can click here and they can switch, which I will show you. The next one we have is the addresses. User can copy the address, they can disconnect their wallet, and they will be come back to the landing page. I can simply click here, connect, and I'm simply connected with the application, and I will be redirected to the dashboard. So this is the dashboard section we have. The next one we have is the create token. So I'll simply click here, and here you will come back to the token create section. There you will have all the options which you can add in your token. So you can select the network which you want. So right now these are the main nets available, and if I toggle on this, right now we have this 3 test network. So I'm connected with the hostly, but you can easily able to switch, which I will show you. Here we have the template. So you want to go with a standard ERC20 token, mutable, burnable, and all feature. You can give the details and you can simply create the token, and this much money we are charging, and this money will go straight away to your wallet address as a creator of this particular platform. Got it? So this is the create section. The next section we have is my token, in which you will find all the token which you have created. So right now you will find that I've used this particular application for creating my token. So you will find the name, you will find the symbol, you will find the contract address. You can explore on the block explorer, or you can able to have the details about the token where you can able to control the entire token. So here you will find all the token which you have created based on the network. So right now I'm connected with Hostly. So all of this token which I have created on Hostly, so it will automatically get filtered out. The next one we have is the setting. We have the static model where we are displaying the general information. Now come back to my token section. And if I come back here, if I click on these details, it will take me to the token detail page. And there I have more options. So right now you will find I'm on the token detail page. I can see the name and the symbol, the total supply of the token. This is my balance I hold in my account. This is the decimal. And right now this token hold mutable feature and burnable feature. This is the address of the contract and I'm the owner which I'm connected. And here you will find we have a bunch of features. So we can able to transfer the token to any wallet address. You can able to approve the token to any particular wallet address or the contract. And from here you can able to do the airdrop of the token. And from here you can able to mint more token to your wallet address or to any particular wallet address. From here you can able to burn the token which you hold in your wallet. And here we have the information about the token which we are providing. So tons of feature we have included. I hope you have understood. From there you can able to control the entire token and its supply and burnable and airdrop. So that's how our entire application would look like. Now let me show you how you're going to interact and create the token. So this is the dashboard section. I can simply click on create and I'm going to do the creation of the token on Hostly. I can do the switch to the network by clicking on this Polygon MY and I would be connected to the Polygon. And if I show you that I'm connected with the Polygon, and now all the transaction which I will do, it will automatically happen on the Polygon. So if I come back to the my token section, you will find that I have created only one token on Polygon. If I come back here, if I select my Solidity, then you will find that I'm click on this connect and I'm connected. And this token I have created on Solidity. If I come back here, if I go back to Hostly, I can able to simply switch and I will find all the token which I have created on Hostly. So that's how you can able to toggle between different network. So I'll come back to create here and I will come back here. I'm connected with the Hostly and here I want to have a like all the feature. I want to have a mintable option as well as the burnable option. Or if you want to have both the option, you can click on this full feature. You will have the both feature in your smart contract. So all of this will be there in your smart contract. So what I will do, I'll give the name of my token. So I'll say GGGGG and let's give the symbol GG and you can simply provide the supply which you want to hold. So I'll go with something like this much supply I want to hold in my token. So let's go with a small quantity. This is the initial supply I want to add and I want to have a 18 decimal point, because that's the standard we have in the ERC20 token. Now all I have to do is to simply click on this create token and it's going to make a call. I have to simply confirm the transaction. So click on this confirm and here we are interacting with the smart contract we have deployed on Hostly. So it's going to create the token and the token will be assigned to this particular wallet address which I have used, and this particular account will pay the fee for creating the token and that will go straight away to the admin address. So you can see we have done the creation of the token successfully and we got the confirmation. Now if you come back to my token section, there you will find the token which you have created. So you can simply go right up here and you have created your token. You can simply click on view on explorer. It will take you to the Hostly scan and there you can able to see that you all have created your token. This much supply you have initialized. This is the holder and you can see the address of your contract, and right now you will find that you have minted and you hold the supply. So that's how you can able to create the token. Now you can click on this view details. You will come back to the details section of this particular token and from here you can able to if I want to do the transfer of the token, I can do that. I can simply come back here. I'll go back to my MetaMask and I'll select the account number 1. I'll copy the address and I will simply transfer the token to this particular wallet address. So I'll simply paste the address and let's transfer 1000 token. This much token I want to transfer. Now all I have to do is to simply click on this transfer token and it's going to make a call and the token would be transferred to that particular wallet address. You can see we are transferring 1000 token to account number 1. Now click on this confirm and the transaction in the process. Once the transaction will complete, this token would be transferred successfully to that account number 1. So here you can see we are transferring 100 GG token, sorry, 1000 GG token. So finally the transaction is completed and we have transferred the token to this particular wallet address. You can see we got the confirmation. If you want to make another transaction, you can do that or you can simply view on Block Explorer. The next option we have is the approve. From here, you can able to approve to any particular wallet address. So right now, if I paste that same address, I can see I have 0 approval at the moment. But if I want to approve, I can do that. I can simply give the quantity and I can click on this approved token. So this token would be, this quantity of token would be approved to this particular void address, so it can spend on behalf of me. So just wait. Here we are doing the transaction now. Once the approval will done, you can able to find that this token will hold that quantity of token as an approval. And finally, the transaction is completed. You can see we got the notification that we have done the approval of this much token to this particular void address. Got it? So that's how the approval will work. The next one we have is the airdrop. If I want to do the airdrop, I can do that. I can simply give the wallet address and I can give the quantity which I want to simply do the airdrop. So I want to go with 100 and I click on this review airdrop, and here you will find the details. That's currently we are transferring to one account. I can click on this start airdrop and here the transaction in the process. Once the transaction will complete, we'll simply do the airdrop to that particular account successfully. So here you can see the transaction in the pending, and just wait. Once we get the confirmation, you can able to see the transaction would be completed and the token would be transferred to that particular wallet address. And finally, the transaction is completed. We got the confirmation that the airdrop is successful. You can able to view on the Explorer. The next one we have is this mint. And from here, you can able to mint more token in your wallet address. So this is your balance currently at the moment. This was the initial supply. So if I want to mint token, I can do that very easily. I can come back here. Let's mint up to 1000 token, and I can simply leave it as it is, so it will be minted in my wallet address. So I can simply click on this mint and the transaction is happening. 1000 token will be minted in my wallet address as a creator of the token. So transaction in the process, you can simply open up your MetaMask and you can see we are calling the mint function we have in the contract, and that's going to mint the token. And finally, the transaction is completed. You can see we got the confirmation and we have minted the token. This much token we have minted. If you click here, it will take you to the block explorer. There you will find the details about the transaction we have done and the token we have minted. That's all you can able to find. If you come here, you can see the token went up. So earlier it was 2000, but now it has like 21,000 token, which we have minted. In the same way, if you want to mint more token, you can come back here and you can give the quantity like 1000. And if I want transfer the token to that particular account, if I want to mint in that, I can simply click on this mint and the token would be minted in this particular account and it will receive the token. So you can simply click on confirm and the transaction in the process. You can come back here, click on the MetaMask, and you can see this time we are minting the token in this particular void address, which is the account number 1. And finally, the transaction is completed and we have minted the token in this particular void address. And you can see this went up. Finally, we have minted the token and the fund is reflecting fine. So that's how you can able to mint more token. In the same way, you can able to burn the token if you want. So right now, this is the supply I have and I hold the token. That's why I can able to burn the token. So I can come back here and this time I'm going to burn, let's say 1000 token. This many token, I want to burn it. I can simply click on this burn token and the token would be burned because that's the feature we have in our token. So let's click on this confirm and the transaction would be completed soon. So just wait. Transaction is happening. You can click here in the MetaMask and see the transaction in the process. We are calling the burn function we have in the smart contract, which is going to burn the token. Transaction is successfully completed and we have burned the token. Now you can see the balance is relating fine. You can simply give a reload because it will take a little bit time to process the data. And finally, you can see the token is burned. Earlier it was 19, but right now we have 18. And we have also got this particular down because we have burned the token. So that's how user can control, the creator of the token will control the burning feature. Here we have the information about the token which we are providing. So this is how you can able to control the entire smart contract. Now you can click on this view explorer, you will come back here and you can able to see all the transaction we have made. Transfer, mint, burn. That's all we have done. That's all is reflecting absolutely fine. In the same way, if you want to create token in any other network, you can simply come back here. And if I want to create on Sofali, I can simply select Sofali and I'm connected with Sofali. Now I can simply create the token. Right now you will find that I'm connected with Sofali. And if I want to have a only mutable, not the burnable, so I can simply do that. Or I can want to have a only burnable. I can do that. So I'll say SS and I want to have, let's say the quantity is going to be, let's say 20,000. This is the name. I'll simply click on this create token and the transaction is happening. And this token will have only burnable feature, not the mintable feature. So according to your need, according to your business model, you have to select that what kind of feature you want to provide in the token. So here you can see the transaction interaction. We have confirmed successfully. We have created our token. Now you can come back to my token, you will find the list of the token which you have created. So this is the one which we have created. Now if you click on this view detail, you will find the mutable option will be not there. It's gone because we only added the burnable feature, not the mutable feature. So if you want to burn the token, I can do that very easily. I can give this 1,000. I can simply burn the token. Now I can click on this confirm and the transaction is happening. Once the transaction will complete, we can is able to perform and see the reflection of the data right here in our page. So you can simply click here and you can have the details about the token and the burning function we are calling. So the token is burned successfully. In the same way, I can simply come back here, go back to my create token section. I'll simply select the network. This time I will select Polygon MOI and I would be connected with a Polygon test network. You can simply click on this show test network. You are connected. You can select again the feature which you want to include. So I want to have the mutable and burnable, or I want to have all the feature, or I want to go with the standard token. So I can simply come back here. I'll call this CCCC, give the CC, and I can, let's give the quantity to be 2018 decimal point, and I want to have the standards in which I don't have the mutable and burnable. I can click on this create. You can see the data is changing. It's pole because right now we are connected with the Polygon. Now click on this confirm and the transaction is processing. If I come back here, click on the MetaMask, you will find we are interacting and deploying the contract and the token is getting created. We are paying this much fee to the admin of the contract. So just a moment, soon the transaction will be completed and you will have the token in your wallet address, which you can use in your project. And finally, the transaction is completed. You can see sometime it will take a little bit time. So you can simply speed up the transaction by simply increasing the gas fee. So finally, we have done with the token creation. Now you can come back to my token and there you will find the token which you have created just now. CCCC, you can click on this view details. You will come back to the detail page and then you can able to have the details about the token. So right now we don't have the burnable or mintable because it's a standard token and it has a fixed number of supply. So that's how the entire application would work. It's really powerful. You can simply launch and you can start making commission. Right now we are providing and I have deployed the contract on these three networks, but you can deploy on Ethereum, Polygon, Base, or Binance or Base network. It will work exactly. If I switch back to Ethereum, it will be automatically switched to Ethereum mainnet and you can able to have the deal. So if you come back here, you can able to find that we are connected with the Ethereum mainnet. If I come back here in my token, you can able to see there is no data is reflecting because we have not deployed the contract. In the same way, you can easily able to create the token, you can provide your supply and you can do the transaction. So that's how our entire application would work. If I show you the responsiveness of this application, it looks absolutely incredible. That's how it's going to look on the mobile device. You can simply close this one and open this one. You can simply close and you can see this is how the dashboard section, we are providing all the options. Now you can come back here, go back to the create token. There you will have that we are connected with the Ethereum. You can simply toggle and you will have all the option and you can switch exactly the way you want. I can click on this host clay and I have switched back to the host clay, connected with the host clay. Now I can come back here, provide all of these details and I can create the token. If I click here, I can come back to my token list and then I will find all the token which I have created. So this might take a little bit time for fetching the data. You can see all of the token which will reflect absolutely fine. The next one we have is the settings section. There you can able to display the details about the setting. You can click here and from here you can able to copy the address or you can simply disconnect and you will come back to the landing page and this is the landing page. It looks absolutely stunning where we are providing all the details about our project. So user can simply click on this connect and they will have the model. They can click the MetaMask and they can simply connect their wallet and they will have into the dashboard. From there they can able to control. So every single thing is looking good. I hope you have understood that what exactly we're going to develop and how our entire application would work, what are the features we have included and how every single thing is working. So this is what exactly we're going to develop. So to get the startup file on all the assets we have utilized in this particular project and the folder and file structure, you can simply come back to the blockchain code. Now to get all the assets we have utilized in this particular project, you can come back to the blockchain coder and there you will find we have already 75 plus project we have built on our channel. So build at least 5 project. When you will build 5 project, it will help you to understand how to become blockchain developer. Now to get the asset files, you can come back to the source code section. There you will find all the project we have built. So build at least 5 projects. Then you will understand how decentralized dApp exactly work and how you can write the smart contract. So you can simply click here click on this recent project, and here you will find the complete asset of this particular project. So click on this starter file, you will come back to the GitHub repository, and you can able to see the folder and file structure, the tools and the technology we are utilizing. So you can easily able to read about it. You can watch the final code setup, how to get the final source code, and all of these other materials which is already provided. You can check the packages on file and the requirement which you need to have in your system to execute this particular project. So make sure to clone the repository, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to clone the repository and we're going to start working straight away. Now come back to the blockchain coder, and I'm going to download the final source code to show you how you have to do the setup once you will get the final source code. And when you will take the final source code, you will give valuable contribution to my team to bring more tutorials like this. When you will take the final source code, you will get the zip file. Make sure to extract the zip file, and you will get this particular folder in which you will have the complete source code of this project, which you have seen in the demo. So make sure to install a zip extractor, then you can able to extract this folder, and you can easily able to have the complete code of this particular project. So this is the folder we have to open in our VS Code. So simply click on this VS Code, and here I am. Click on this open. I'll go back to desktop, and I have this particular folder which I have extracted. I'll simply drag and drop in my project. Let's close this one. Now let me give you a complete walkthrough of the folder and file structure we have designed for this particular project and what exactly you have got in the final source. So the very first thing we have is the component in which you will find all the component we have designed for this particular application. So we have three folder. First one is the layout, in which you will find the regular components like header. You don't need to make any changes. Every single thing is dynamic. I'll tell you what are the changes you have to do. If you want to do the changes in the logo, you can do that. You can change the name right from here. So just keep it as it is as of now. Close this one. The next one we have is the home. From here you can able to control the entire landing page and do the modification based on your details which you want to provide. So if you want to provide and edit the testimonial data, which you can do that from here. From here you can able to provide the feature which we are highlighting in the tokenomic, like what the user will get in the standard. That's all you can do the edit from here. Update you can perform. Just keep it as it is as of now. Close this one. The next one we have is the layout. So here we have the main feature where we are simply embedding all the regular component, and we are simply injecting the component which we want to render based on the user selection. So just keep it as it is. The next one we have is the sidebar. We have beautiful sidebar which we have designed where we are providing multiple options. So you don't need to make any changes. Just keep it as it is. Close this one. The next one we have is the token, in which we have all the feature for our application. So we have this network selector. So user can select different network based on their where they want to do the transaction. So just keep it as it is. The next one we have is the token airdrop, where a user can simply perform the airdrop by providing the address and the quantity. So you don't need to make any changes. Just keep it as it is. The next one we have is the token approve. This will allow the user to approve the wallet address to spend token on behalf of them. So that's what we have. Here we have the token burner. So user can simply use this particular component to burn the token which they have created and which they have in their wallet address. The next one we have is the creator. From here user can able to create the token. So don't need to make any changes. Just keep it as it is. The next one we have is the token list, where we are displaying all the token which a user hold in the smart contract which they have created using our platform. So that's what we are displaying here. The next one we have is the token minter. Just keep it as it is. This will allow the user to mint the token if they have the authority, and it will do the validation automatically. The next one we have is the token transfer, which is the global component which will allow the user to transfer the token to any wallet address. So just keep it as it is. Every single thing is dynamic. Close this one. Close this one. The next one we have is the UI component, in which we have a couple of regular component like button. This is the entire code we have written for button. We have the card section. We have the input section. So you don't make any changes. Just keep it as it is. Close this one. Close this one. So this is the component section we have. The next one we have is the contract, and this one is very important. So here we have this ERC20 token .sol, and this is the huge contract we have to deploy to every single network. So in this demo I have explained you and performed the transaction on Sofali, Polygon MOI and Hostly. So I have deployed this contract individually in each one of this network. So if you want to provide the same feature on the mainnet like Polygon mainnet, Ethereum mainnet, Binance mainnet or base mainnet, you have to deploy the contract one by one, and there you have to set the few things in the constructor. You have to set the address where you want to receive the fund, and the second thing, you have to provide that how much money you want to charge as a commission, which I will show you. So don't need to make any changes. All you have to do is to simply deploy the contract. Just keep it as it is. And the next one we have is the token factory, which is the ABI of our smart contract. So this is the first ABI, this is the second ABI. So this is the ABI of our contract for generating different standard of the token. Close this one. And that's the contract section we have. The next one we have is the hook, where we are showing the configuration for the network, that which network user is connected, because we have multiple network support. So that's what we have to identify and pass the data to our global object. The next one we have is the use token creation. There we are getting all the addresses for the mainnet as well as the testnet. So all of these addresses is coming from our environment variable, and that's the places only you have to do the changes. The rest thing is absolutely dynamic. So we have deploy our contract in this 3 network, and here we have the main network. So just keep it as it is. You don't need to make any changes. Every single thing will be work absolutely fine. So close this one, close this one. The next one we have is the page. Here we have the token detail page. So you don't need to make any changes. If you want, you can do the changes in the white text, like you can change the information like this white, but the rest of the logic is entirely dynamic. Just keep it as it is. Here we have the app.js where we have done the configuration for our wallet. So again, you don't need to make any changes. All you have to do is to provide your environment variable correctly. Right now, you will find that we are giving these options in our application. So if you want to change the option and you want to limit it to the number of blockchains, for example, if you want to remove the Sofali, you can simply delete this one and it will be removed from the application automatically. If you want to add any particular network, you can simply import that network right from here, Wing chain, import the name, and that's what you can provide as an option. So every single thing will be dynamic. Close this one. The next one we have is this create token page we have. The next one we have is the index, where we are simply calling the home page, which display the dashboards. Just keep it as it is. Don't need to make any changes. The next one we have is the my token list, which will display all the token which I hold. And the last one we have is the setting, which is the steady component, which you can display some critical information about your project. So that's the page section we have. Close this one. The next one we have is the public. So here we are keeping all the logo for the different networks, so which we are providing. So we have Binance, we have ETH, we have Polygon. So whatever option you are providing, you can simply provide it and everything would be dynamic. Close this one. The next one we have is the dashboard image, which I have kept. Just keep it as it is. There is no need to provide it. The next one we have is the logo. Just keep it as it is. If you want to do the changes in the logo, you can do it, but keep the name as it is. It can automatically display in all the places without changing in the code. So we have the logo right up here. Close this one. The next one we have is the style, in which we have the complete CSS. So we have used Tailwind CSS as our style model. And here we have written a couple of custom classes. So you don't need to make any changes. If you want to do the changes in the color branding, you can simply do that. But make sure you should have a proper understanding that what changes you are doing. But this color we are following is very consistent throughout the entire application. Close this one. The next one we have is the util models, in which we have the important files. So we have the constant, in which we are simply importing the network. So we have to provide our custom RPC URL, which I will tell you how you can get it. So we are using this arnk.com creating the RPC URL for all of this blockchain. There are multiple providers, but I'm using this one because it's free to use. Here you can see we have provided and done the configuration for the mainnet and other network we have. So all supported network which I have. Here we are providing the commission which we are charging, this coming from the environment variable. And here we have the admin, in which I'm going to receive the commission. And here you will find the template we have for token generation. So just keep it as it is. Don't need to make any changes right up here. Close this one. The next one we have is the helper section. And here we have a couple of regular functions like address, format, amount. And here I have a different explore URL. So if user is connected with the Sofali, it will be redirect to the explore Sofali, and it will automatically get aligned in our project. So you don't make any changes. Every single thing is dynamic. Close this one. Now come back to the most important thing, which is the environment variable. So I'll click here, and here you will find that I have already given all of this environment variable to you, but you have to fill out your own details. This is my environment API key, which I have provided, but it has a limited number of requests. It might not work after few days because it has a limited number of requests. So you have to get your own API key, which is absolutely free to get from this particular website, which I will show you how you can get it. So right now I'm providing these options in our application, like Ethereum mainnet, Binance, Polygon, and Base. These are the mainnets. And here I have the testnet. That's the RPC URL. You have to get it your own. And here you will have the wallet connect project ID. So you have to go to this particular site, which I will show you, and you have to create your account and you have to provide your own project ID, because this will not work after a few times because it has a limited number of requests. I'm charging this much fund as a commission in our application. So you can charge any commission based on your requirements. So whatever commission you pass into the smart contract, make sure to provide it right up here as well. I'm going to receive all the commission in my wallet address in this one. And this is what I'm going to initialize in the smart contract. So right now you will find that I have deployed the contract on these 3 test network. I haven't deployed on the main network because it's going to cost me real money. So it will work exactly the same. All you have to do is to simply deploy the contract and provide the address right up here, and every single thing will be working absolutely fine. So this is all the thing you will get in the environment variable. Make sure to replace with your details. You have to get your private key. Just keep this as it is, this as it is, but you have to get your private key. You have to get your project ID. You have to provide your address, and in whatever price you want to charge, which you're going to provide in the smart contract, make sure to provide exactly the same thing here. And here you have to provide the addresses of the contract. Got it? So let's close this one. Now we can come back to the get ignore. Just keep it as it is, not that important. And here we have the code setup in which I have explained all the setup which you have to do. So this video which I'm recording, if you watch till then, you will understand every single thing that how you have to do the setup of the finance source code. And this is the video which I'm going to attach here. You will find the timestamp. You can simply go to different timestamp, and I'm going to deploy this application on Hostinger, which is currently giving 75% discount. So I'll make my application live so other can utilize and I can make commission. And if you want to follow this particular project, so that's a complete project where we have built the token creator platform with the simplest version. It has a 5 hours long project. So make sure to follow the complete project. It will help you to understand in details. And if you have any question, any doubt, shoot an email. I'll try to help you in that. But as long as you follow the complete project, this video, you will understand everything. So this is the code setup we have. The next one we have is the next config. Just keep it as it is. Don't need to make any changes. The next one we have is the package.json file where we are using all the latest models. You can see we are using Wings, Vue, React. Every single thing is the latest model, and we are focusing on stability. So no matter you build after 5 years or 10 years, it will work absolutely fine because we are focusing on the stability and the higher security. So that's all we have here in the packages and file. Let's close this one. We have the post CSS, keep it as it is. The next one we have is the readme file. There I have given all the important links which you can explore and check, and all the data which you need to have in your project. That's all is mentioned. So that's all I have highlighted here. Just keep it as it is. The next one we have is the tailwind configuration. So we are following a particular branding color, and that's what I have highlighted. You can simply play around with this value unless you know what the changes you are doing. So this is the complete folder and file structure we have in the final source code of this particular project. Now let me show you how you can execute and get your environment variable. So first, what I would suggest you, I'm going to simply select all, copy and comment. And I'm going to come back here and paste here, and let's replace all of this. Replace all of this. Because you have to get your own. I'm going to deploy the contract using this particular void address, and in which I'm going to use the font. So I'll just keep it as it is. I'm going to remove this one, and you have to remove this one. So this is what you have at the moment, and you have to provide one by one. So first we have to get our API key. So what I will do, I'll simply copy this one, hit enter. You will come back to this particular site. It's a free platform which will help you to give you the RPC endpoint. So make sure to create your account and verify your account. So I will simply log into my account very quickly. So finally, I'm logged into my account, and it's a free to use. So all you have to do is to click on this chain list, and then you will find all the network which is available. And finally, I got the list. Now you have to come back here and click on this Ethereum, and here it will open it up. Now, just a moment. Soon is going to give you the option, and I got it. I'm getting some sort of internet error. So I'll simply click on this, and you will find that I will get this particular URL. So get this for the mainnet, copy this one, and you can come back here, and that's what you have to paste here. So simply paste here, and you will notice, paste here, you will notice that you will get this particular API key, and this will be different from account to account. So you have to use your own. Like you can see, this is the exact one because I'm using the same account. So I'll simply copy, cut, and that's what I'm going to provide here. Got it? And the rest would be keep it as it is. The rest we can keep it as is because this is going to be the starting point based on different blockchain. We got that one. Perfect. We got that one. Now we can come back here, and we have to get our project ID. So I'll simply come back here. I'll copy this one. I'll come back, open a new tab and paste here, hit enter, and it will take me here. Make sure to create your account and verify your account. Once you will create your account, verify your account, you will have a similar option like cloud dashboard, and you will come back to your dashboard straight away. Then you can able to find all the project which you have created. So here you can see it's going to open my dashboard, and then I will find all the project which I have created in this particular platform. So it's loading, and finally I can click on this project, and then you will find all the project which I have created. So make sure to create a new project, and you should not share the API key of that particular project because that's going to be the unique key for your website. So you will have a smooth connection with the wallet. So click on this create. You can call whatever you want to your application. So I'll say ERC20 and click on this continue. I want to click on this generate, and it's going to create the project, and you will have your API key. So we have created, simply copy that one, and that's what you have to provide here. We got this API key. Now you have to get your void address which you want to use for deploying the contract, and where you want to receive the fund. So I'm going to use this particular wallet address. So if I come back here, let me close all of this open tab. I'll simply click here and I'm going to use this account number 3 across all the network for deploying my contract and receiving the commission. So I'll simply copy this one. I'll come back here and I'm going to simply paste the address. And this much commission I'm going to charge on the transaction. So all you have to do is to simply deploy the contract and get the address one by one. So you have noticed that I already have this much fund in my wallet. So make sure you have to do the proper network configuration based on the network which you want to enable. So if you come back here, if you enable this test network, it will be automatically configured for the Sofali, but you have to add the Polygon MOI manually and you have to add it hostly manually. So if I show you, if I do the editing, you can see this is the details which you have to provide. You have to provide the name, you have to provide the RPC URL which you will get from that particular website, and simply go to this particular site, and from there you can simply copy that RPC URL for that particular network, whether it's a test network or the main network, and you can copy, and that's what you have to provide. So all the RPC which you have provided, which I have provided in my wallet, I got it from that particular website. You can see this is my RPC URL with the API key. You have to give the relevant chain ID, symbol, and this is the block explorer which you can provide, and you have to save it. Once you will save that, this network would be added. So you can simply click here and fill out all the details one by one. So that's how you can add hostly. In the same way, you have to add Polygon, Polygon MOI, and if you want to add configure any other network like base, it's already configured. So you don't need to do that anything. Got it? Now I'll come back to the hostly, and I already have this much fund in hostly. First, I'm going to deploy my contract to hostly. So to get the free faucet for hostly, you can simply come back here, type GOOL Google Web3 faucet, and you can come back here, click on the faucet, and from here you can able to get the free faucet for hostly. So you can simply click here and you can come back here, you can copy the address, and that's what you can simply paste and click on this receive, and it's going to transfer the fund to your wallet address. So right now you can see I have 10, now it will become 11. So just wait, the transaction in the process. So finally the transaction is completed. Now if I open my wallet once again, you will see this one will 11 now. So that's how you can get it. In the same way, if you want to get it for Sofali, you can come back here. First, you have to switch back to Sofali. So I already have Sofali this much fund in my wallet. This is the fund I have. If I want to get it for Sofali, I can simply go back, click it here one more time. And now I can simply come here and I can select Sofali. So I'll get this much Sofali. I can paste the address and I can click on this send Sofali, and it would be transferred to my wallet address. One thing I want to highlight that you can do the transfer only once, only in 24 hours. So once you transfer it, you have to wait for the 24 hours to transfer it once again. So it's going to do the transfer and you will see the fund will be reflecting fine in my wallet address. So it's went up and I have received the fund. So that's how you can claim for Sofali and Hostly. For Polygon MOI, you can simply type Polygon Faucet MOI and you can simply come back here, and here you will provide, they will provide you multiple options. So you can simply explore which one you want to take it from. They have a couple of conditions which you have to fulfill, and then you can able to claim the faucet. Got it? So that's how you can get the Polygon faucet right from here. I already have enough Polygon faucet which I can use for deployment, so I'm not going to show you that. So if I come back to the Polygon MOI, I already have few in that, which is enough for me for performing the transaction. I can easily deploy the contract in all the networks. So now I will simply close this one. Now we have to deploy the contract. Simply open a new type remix ID, and make sure you have to use the exact remix ID. Search on Google and find this particular official remix ID, because right now there is a lot of fake remix IDs available. If you connect, they're going to steal your fund from your wallet. You can see we are getting this particular warning that you should never invest any kind of liquidity bot. Got it? Now all I have to do is simply click here and we have to create a file. So I'll simply come back here. I can go back here. I can simply close this one, come back to the contract, come back here. And now we have this huge contract which we have to deploy. So this is the interface. This is the ERC20 interface. And this is the one which we have to deploy. Simply copy the name. And that's the file I'm going to create. So let's create a file and call Soul. Now all you have to do is to simply come here, copy the entire piece of code, and that's what you have to paste here is the entire code. Now click on close and save it. The moment you will save, the contract will be automatically compiled and you will get this green tick. You can check the compiler version. You can see you can make on tick, so it will be automatically compiled the moment you will save your contract. Now we have to deploy the contract. So I'm going to deploy to Hostly first. So I'll simply come back here, click on Hostly, and I'm connected. Now I have to simply click on this, click on the injector provider, and here I will get an option. So I have to provide few things. So I'll select here token factory. Click here, I have to give the address where I want to receive the fund and how much money I want to charge it. So I'll simply come back here. I'm going to receive the commission in this particular account. So I'll paste that. And now I will simply come back here, type way converter, and I'm going to charge this much fund. So I already have the fund in my environment variable. I want to charge this one as a commission. So I'll simply come here, I'll paste here, and this is the way which you have to provide. So copy, and that's what you have to provide. Simply paste here and click on this transaction. So it's going to deploy the contract to Hostly test network. And this is the exact thing which you have to do for every single network like Polygon, whether you are deploying to the mainnet. This is the exact thing which you have to do. You can see we are deploying the contract. Once the contract would be deployed, you will get the address, and that address you have to provide in the project. So we have initialized the recipient address and the fee which you want to charge when the user will create the token in the Hostly network. It might take a little bit of time, so just wait, let it be deployed completely. After that, you will get the address, and that address we have to provide. And finally, the transaction is completed. We got the confirmation, and here you will find that we got the address. So simply copy this one, copy the address, and that's what you have to provide in the environment variable. So first thing, we have deployed to Hostly, and that's what I'm going to provide here in the Hostly. Got it? Now we have to deploy to other network. So I'll simply come back here. I'll switch back to Sofali because I have to deploy the same contract to Sofali. Click on Sofali. I'm connected and I have enough fund. You can see the fund is reflecting fine, or sometimes you have to give a quick reload. So let me copy this one and I have to give a quick reload, because whenever you switch your network, make sure to give a quick reload so everything would be reset, and then you can start with fresh. So it's taking a little bit time. Now I can click here. I have the contract. So this is the same contract I have to deploy. Click on this deploy and I can simply come here, select this. I can come back here. I can paste the fee which I want to charge. I can simply come back here. I can copy the same account number 3. I'll simply paste here, and now I can simply deploy. Let's click on this transaction and you will find the contract is deployed. Okay, my bad. So I'll simply come back here. I can simply do one thing. I can simply delete this one, cut this one. I have to select here, click on this injected provider. So it's going to connect me with the MetaMask wallet with the Sofali. You can see the fund. This is fine. Now click on this transaction and it's going to make a call to our MetaMask, and I have to confirm the transaction. So sometimes you have to speed up the transaction. So you can click here and get the suggested fee and click on confirm. In that way, it will be high potential that your transaction is going to be succeed, because this time we are doing the transaction on the actual network. So you have to make sure to get the suggested fee when you are deploying the contract. And finally, the transaction is completed. We got our address. Simply copy that one. And that's what you have to provide here in Sofali. This is the Sofali. When you are not deploying to any particular network, you can simply come back here and you can simply give this particular notation, MOI. And that will work absolutely fine. So this two network is enough for doing the testing. In the same way, you can deploy the contract on the main network. You can simply select the main network and you can deploy. So once you provide all of this detail, now you have to do the installation of the packages. So once again, let me repeat what we have done. We have got our API key. This is already configured. We are getting our project ID, which we have got it. We have used this account for deploying the contract, and in which we're going to receive the fund. And we have deployed our contract in these two networks. Now close this one. Open up your terminal. If I show you my node version, I have this one. Show you my npm version. This is the one we have, which is very stable. It will work absolutely fine. Now all you have to do is to simply type npm I, and it's going to do the installation of the packages very quickly. So just a moment. When the installation is completed, we are getting this depreciated. Don't need to worry about it because we are focusing on stability and using the combination of old and new packages. We are getting a couple of warnings. Simply ignore that. It's not that important. So we are done with the installation. In this, you will find the node modules, all the packages we have installed. Now simply clear up our terminal, type npm run and dev, and it will start our application. You will find our application got started, and we can simply copy this localhost 3000, and now we are ready to test. Make sure to minimize, don't delete it, otherwise the application will stop. So minimize this one. Now I can come back here, browser, open a new tab. Let's close this old one and paste here and hit enter. You will find our application is live absolutely fine. It's already connected, but in your case it would be not. So here you will find the landing page, which is looking absolutely great. You can click here, you can connect your wallet, and you are ready to perform the transaction. So I'm connected with that. Now I can simply create my token. I can come back here. Right now I'm connected with Polygon test network. I guess I don't have enough fun in this, so I'll simply switch back to the Hostly. I've connected and switch back to the Hostly. You can see I've switched back to the Hostly. And in the same way, you can switch back to anyone. If I come back to the Binance, I'm connected with the Binance. I can simply go back to Hostly. So that's how you can toggle between multiple network, and I want to have all the feature in my token. Let's call this and you want to have the supply. Let's call this supply and click on this create token. It's going to perform the transaction. So just wait, the transaction is performing. Let's click on this confirm and it will deploy the contract of our token. So you can click here and you will find the details about the transaction. We are paying this much fund to the admin, and this fund will go straight away to that particular wallet address, to the admin one. And finally, the token is created, and you can see we have created our token. Now you can come back to my token list and you will find that this is the one we have created just now under this particular token. In the same way, I can switch back to the Hostly, and there you will find that I have not created any token in Hostly. So it's connected with the Sofali. I can give a reload, and there you will find there is no token is available. I can click here. I can click on the create a token on Hostly. If I show you, I'm connected with the Hostly. This time I'll go with the like burnable feature. I can say BB, and I can give a supply to 2000, 20,000, and click on this create, and it's going to create my token. And click on this confirm, and the transaction in the pending. You can click here and soon the transaction will complete and this token will be created successfully. So we have paid the transaction cost and the token is created. Now you can come back to my token and you will find your token is created. Now you can go back to view details and this token will have the burnable feature. Now I can simply come back here to my token. I can switch back the network to, let's say, Hostly, because that's where I have created my other token with all the feature. Click here and you will find the details. It has both the feature where you can burn, you can mint, and you can control all of that. So this is how user can use application. When they will use it, you will make commission. So this application is really powerful and every single thing is working fine. It's ready to launch on the real world industry. You can click here and you can simply deploy the contract to Ethereum and Ethereum will be enabled. And user can able to use that one. So you can see this token is not available on Ethereum. That's why we're getting this option. Now you can come back to the dashboard or create token. You are connected with Ethereum. If you go back to my token, you will find there's no token is available because we haven't deployed the contract and it will be loading. So every single thing is working fine. That's how you can use it. You can provide more option. So that's the only thing I want to cover in this video. I hope you have understood that how you can do the setup, what are the feature and functionality we have included. Now let me deploy this application to Hostinger and make it live so other can utilize it. So to do that, we can come back to our code section. We can open up our terminal and we can simply delete this one, open it one more time, and this time we have to run this particular command. So if I open this package.json file, you will find that this is the command we have to run. Build command is going to generate the static model, and that static file we have to deploy to our hosting. So simply type npm run build, not dev, build, and hit enter. It's going to compress our file and generate the static file which we are interested for deployment part. So let's close this one, and here it's compressing our code structure and generating the static model. You can see it's compiled successfully. We're getting this depreciated. Don't need to worry about it. Here we have the entire compilation and all the pages. So every single thing went successful. Now close this one. Here you will find this out folder in which you will have the complete source code of the project. And this is all the code we have to deploy to Hostinger. Got it? So let's start. Now let me show you how you can deploy this application online so other can start using your project. So you can come back to the readme file and there you will find all the details I have provided, that which hosting provider you have to use. So you can use Hostinger, which is really powerful and they have incredible support. They have backup system and currently they are offering more than 55% discount. So you can simply copy this one and you can simply copy, come back here, click on this, paste this URL. And when you will use this particular URL, you will get 50 to 70% discount on your first purchase. So from here, you can able to read about this particular hosting provider. It's really powerful and they have an incredible support and backup system. So currently they are offering in a very cheap price. I'm from India, but no matter which part of the world you are, you will get a 75% discount in all the services which they are providing. So if you come back here, you can able to compare that which package you want to take. So if you are starting up with a small project, you can pick this one, but I would highly encourage you to take the premium one, which is very much affordable and you can easily able to have a lot of feature in that. So you can see what you will get in the premium. You can pick any one. Starter, for this one is for single website and this one is for multiple website, in which you will have a lot of extra feature. So you will have up to 10 website you can host, manage Hostinger, like monthly visitor, storage. That's all you will find. You will also get a free domain in the premium plan, which you can use it. You will have a dedicated IPFS. If you want to use WordPress management, you can do that. If you can see the AI hosting builder, you will get that. You will have the security modules. will have the support. So they will give you incredible support. Like all the project which I have built, the support is absolutely incredible. What are the other things you will get? You can simply compare your plan. So you can pick either single if you are going with this particular project, or you can go with the premium if you want to scale it up and have more visitor. So I'm going to buy the premium feature for this particular project for deploying. So click on this choose plan and you will come back here. So you can create your account. I'll go to select Google for it, click here, and I have to pick my account which I'm going to use for creating. So I'll select this one and just move it in my cart section. So here I can able to find the details about the service which I have picked. It's a premium one, and by default it will be selected 48 month. But I want to show you as a demo purpose, so I will go with 1 month. But I would encourage you to pick either for 24 or you can go for 48 month. In that way, you will have the maximum discount. So I'll pick 1 month, and here it's going to cost me this. And I want to also get the domain, because currently to get a free domain it's available in 12-month plan. So if you buy the 12-month plan, then you will get a free domain, but it's not available in 1 month. So I'm going to simply buy a domain right from here. So I'll say coders dash projects. So this is the domain name which I'm going to pick. And here you will find that what are the domain name is available. So you can pick from yours end. And I have to find the like cheapest one is going to be this one. It's very cheap and it's going to be valid for 1 year. So finally I have bought the domain. It's valid for 1 year, and I can select the extension I want to use if I want to pick any one, but I'm okay with this, the store one. And this much money I have to pay, so I have to simply click on this continue, and here it's going to redirect me right up here. Finally I'm redirect here in the payment page. So let me quickly make the payment. So I'm buying two things, like first is the hosting premium and the domain, and you can see that I'm paying very minimum. It's just for 1 month I'm buying. So let me continue with the payment. So finally I've done with the payment. After completing payment, I'm redirect here. So you can simply select my or my business, and you can simply click on next, and it will ask you a couple of things that how you want to create, like migrate a website, grant as a developer to do for me, or you can simply go to this test. Here it will ask you to pick different providers, like you want to use hosting a website builder, or you can do anything. So what I will do, I'll simply come back here and I'm going to open a new tab, because once you do that, you can simply come back here to hostinger, or I can simply copy this one to get it to my account. So I'll simply paste here. So make sure come back to the hostinger. We have done with account creation. Now I can simply log into my account straight away. And finally, you can see after creating my account, I have successfully logged in, and you can able to find the dashboard. Now I can easily able to see all the details. So if I come back to the domains, there you will find that my portfolio, I can able to see the domain which I have bought. So this is the one which I have bought, and I haven't done the setup. So to do that, I can simply click on this setup, and here it will ask me that how I want to do the setup. I can set the country, which is India. I can set it for personal, or I cannot set it for organization. So you can set it for anything. The setup is going to be exactly the same. So let's select for organization, click on next step, and here you have to fill out all the details about your domain, so it would be registered. So make sure to fill out the details properly. Now I can click on this finish registration, and here you will find that my domain is getting registered based on the detail which I have provided. So that's the first thing you have to do. Go back to your domain and do the proper registration, so you will have a valid domain available which you can use in your project. So here you can see it will complete soon. So the setup is completed. Now I can click on this continue, and I will come back to my dashboard, and here you will find the details. If you go back to the domain, then you will find that the domain verification isn't pending because it's happening, the verification now. Soon it will complete. Now once we're done with that, now you can come back to the website, and here you will find the list of websites. So click here, and right now we don't have any website yet. So what we have to do is we have to simply upload the code we have generated, and here we have to do the setup. So we say start, continue setup, click here, and you will come back here, and here you will ask you that how you want to provide and host the application. So we'll say empty HTML website. So click on this, and from here you have to pick the domain which one you want to use. So this is the domain which we have bought, so I'm going to select this one. I've selected that. Now I can click on this next, and it's going to simply go to the next step, and from here I can select the region of my location. So based on your audience where you are targeting, you have to pick. I will go with India, which is going to cover almost every single portion. So I'll simply select continue, and here the project is initialized. So we are successfully creating the project. Let's wait Once the project will create successfully, then we can easily able to perform the transaction. And here you will come back to your dashboard. From there you can able to control the entire website. Here you will find all the thing which you have in your control, like hosting plan. You can able to check the performance, you can able to check the analytics, security, email, domain, website files. That's all you will find here. Right now you can see we have selected this domain, that's what we have connected, and currently this domain is not activated. It will take up to 24 hours because just now we have created and bought the domain. And here you will find the details about the domain. So if you click here, and you will have the details about the domain, the activation, the verification is in the process, the email ID and the price. That's all you will find. If you come back to the DNS name server, from here you can able to configure any DNS which you want to configure, like you can child name DNS. That's all you will find. Domain ownership, that's all you can able to check. So come back here, I'll go back to the home, and here we will find all the projects. So I'll go back here, go back to the website list, and I can select the website I have, go back to my dashboard. So I'll come back to my dashboard. This is the hosting, this is the email. So if you want to set the email, you can do that. Now we have to upload our code. So our website is running smoothly. Now to upload the code, all we have to do is to simply click on this file manager, and it will open this particular model, and from here you have to upload our file. So we have to simply click here, go open this particular folder, and we can simply delete this one. It's not that important. Simply delete this one, and we have to upload the folder. So click here, and here we can simply upload a folder or upload a file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply close this one. I'm going to open my project which we have here. So this is the one we have, and this is the output folder we have generated. In that we have the complete source code of the project. So all we have to do is to simply select this one and drag and drop here and close this one. You can see the folder and files is got uploaded successfully. Here we have all of things, every single thing is looking good. This is the 404, and this is the starting page of our application. If you open that, there you will find all the details. Perfect. So let me close this one. Now let me give a quickly reload, and here we have uploaded that. Now you will find that, come back to the packages and the file manager, and you will find the files we have uploaded successfully. It's reflecting here. Insert the public folder. Got it? So this is the one thing you have to do. Now come back to the dashboard, and I can simply come back here. I have to wait for at least 24 hours to get it activated. Once we'll activate, the website is live and you are easily able to interact and make the transaction. If you want to clear the cache, what happened, we make any changes in the project and we don't want to have the same copy of the code in different browsers, so we have to clear the caches. We can simply click here and you can able to clear all the cache. So let's call this clear cache, and the cache is clear. So it will take up to 24 hours to get fully activated. And finally, our application is live on internet and user can use it and create their token. So every single thing is working fine. You will find we have all of these details about our token. I can simply switch back to the hostly. I have created the token, and then you will find that it's reflecting fine. I can click, I can able to have the details about the token. I can go back to the dashboard, I can toggle, I can simply disconnect my wallet, and I will have the landing page. Click here, click on MetaMask, and I can simply confirm it, and every single thing would be looking good. So this is how you can make it live and user can start using it, and when they will use it, you're going to make commission. So I hope you have understood. It's a really powerful application where we are providing multiple options. You can add more option. All you have to do is to deploy the contract and enable the option. You can provide multiple feature. So I hope you have understood that what are the feature we have included, how you can easily able to launch this application and start your SaaS business for token creator. That's the only thing from my end. If you have any question, any doubt, let me in the comment section. I'll definitely try to help in that. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.